ভাগবতম অষ্টম স্কন্ধ দ্বিতীয় অধ্যায়। আমরা কালকার দ্বিতীয় অধ্যায় শেষ করলাম। আজকাল তৃতীয় অধ্যায় আমরা আরম্ভ হবে।
So Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranam to all. So yesterday we completed second chapter. So now we are starting a third chapter where Gajaraj is, where in this chapter it has been explained about the prayers which Gajendra did to Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Badurai Uvacha. Badurai means the one who is staying in Vadrika ashram. That is called Vadurai means Vadurai Uvacha means the one who is staying in Vadrika ashram. So here Sukdev Goswami has been referred, and Sukdev Goswami is narrating this story to Parikshit Maharaj. So Sukdev Goswami is telling, "O Parikshit Maharaj, so when Gajendra was in a crisis and all his fellow friends, family members, wives and children left him, then slowly Gajendra lost power, physical power. He also lost mental strength and he was feeling very helpless. And then he thought that there is no one who could save me from this crisis. And he's thinking, the one who, by whose will this thing has happened, that the crocodile caught hold of me, by whose will this happened, only he will be able to save me from the mouth of this crocodile. And he also thought that he's the one to whom the entire universe, the demigods and goddesses serve, only that person will be able to save me or free me from the mouth of this crocodile. So with this mentality, Gajendra was thinking in his heart. So like this, when Gajendra took his mind from the materialistic world and tried to concentrate his mind onto the lotus feet of the Lord. So Maharaja is telling that it is the nature of the human beings that we cannot leave the material happiness, we cannot leave the material attachment and fully surrender ourselves unto the lotus feet of the Lord. So first thing in devotion is you have to make your mind stable. Until unless your mind is stable, you cannot perform devotion, because now we are in the restless stage of life. So first we need to stable our mind. So that's why we should pray to Krishna that Krishna, please bless us so that we can stable our mind and can perform devotion properly. Because this mind is very restless. Even this mind is running faster than the wind. So from here, it will take much time to reach Delhi, but your mind can reach within 1 second. Even mind is faster than the wind. So can you think that how dangerous your mind is? So until unless your restlessness will not slow down, you will not get stable, one cannot perform devotion, and this restlessness of mind will take you to the path of degradation. And those who are averse to Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, they are the servants of mind. They cannot control the mind. They have to follow what their mind say. but they cannot control it. Such power the mind has.
কৃষ্ণ সত্যি স্বীকার করলেন অসংশয় মহাভাব হে মহাভাব যার বহু শক্তি আছে
So Krishna has said, the one who is very powerful,
অসংশয় তুমি যা বলছো নিশ্চয়ই হে মনকে নিগ্রহ করা বড়ই কঠিন
Krishna has said also that it is very difficult to control your mind, to stable your mind. But at the same time, Krishna has said that one has to practice. You have to practice. Every single day you have to practice something to control your mind. Until when Supreme Lord Krishna will see that you have the taste or you have the desire to at least you are practicing to control it, then automatically he will provide you strength to stable or to control your mind. But at least you should keep on practice. You should not leave it by thinking that no, I cannot control my mind, and you should make your mind run you. No, then it will ruin your life. So as we are so much attached to the material world, so that's why these things are happening. So slowly we have to detach this attachment. We have to detach ourselves from this attachment to the material world. So how you will do this? Immediately it will not happen. Slowly you have to practice. When you will practice, then Supreme Lord will only provide you strength to perform that. And then all this restlessness will go away. You know dharma, but you have no taste to perform dharma. You have no urge. You have no desire. I know what is irreligiosity and also religiosity, but either I have no taste to perform or come out from irreligious things. I know that I am doing wrong or I am not doing these things correctly. I know this is going inside my mind, but I cannot detach myself from these things which I am doing wrong. So this is like we are being run by our mind. We cannot control our mind. So though we can understand, though we can realize it in our heart, but we cannot do that in practical. When we are doing some impious work, we know we are doing this, but still we cannot make ourselves free from doing that work. We cannot keep ourselves away from doing that wrong work. But we repent inside our heart, but we cannot help ourselves. Such power mind has. So now Maharaja is telling that so many years, 1000 years, Gajendra fought with this crocodile, but in this 1000 years he didn't thought even once about Supreme Lord. Now when he lost all power, lost mental stability, now he thought that it is not his work to free himself from the mouth of this crocodile. Then he is taking surrender, submitting himself unto the lotus feet of the Lord. Maharaj is telling a story. There was a boy called Swagatam was staying in Mayapur, and he was disciple of my Gurudev. And that time and that time we were only having the Sadhu Nivas guest house in Mayapur and no other buildings. So wherever he would, and his name is
কৃষ্ণপ্রসাদ বড় আমার মনে একটু স্ফূর্তি হচ্ছে কেউ যদি বালক পাইতো তাহলে আমরা এখানে সুন্দর একটা কীর্তন করতে পারতাম মনের
So he is telling one day to one devotee to Krishna Prasad that if I would ever get a good drum player or a mridanga player, I would have sang a very beautiful kirtan today. So he was asking, so Krishna Prasad, do you know? So one sannyasi is telling to Krishna Prasad that Krishna Prasad, do you know anyone who can play good mridanga so that I can do one kirtan today? So that sannyasi said, yes, there is one boy. His name is Swagatam, and he can play mridanga. He's good in playing mridanga, so I can bring him. So that sannyasi said, okay, you can bring him. So now, by the words of that sannyasi, that boy who used to play drum, he was brought, and he was playing mridanga so beautifully. So now that sannyasi was very satisfied by the mridanga player of that boy and said, I can feel that these children from his previous birth was a singer, and big mridanga players cannot play such difficult tunes, but this boy at such a very young age played the mridanga so beautifully. So that sannyasi was satisfied because this was from his previous birth. He understood that this is the sanskar from his previous birth. So Maharaja is telling, whatever activities we have done in our previous birth, that activities automatically exposes in this birth. Like that, for that boy, Maharaja is telling that he was a musician in his previous birth, and now in this birth, at a very young age, he was singing so beautiful kirtan and at the same time playing mridanga. So easily it can be understood that at such a very young age, he didn't acquire this, but from his previous birth, he got this. So Maharaj said that, so that's why many people are expert in many things in this birth, which is they are actually sanskar from their previous birth. They were doing these things in their previous birth, so that's why now they can perfectly perform those things in this birth. They were expert in those things in previous birth, and now in this birth they are actually doing it. So Maharaj is telling, so people may be either musicians, readers, scholars. So not from this birth everything came, but from also their previous birth, this nature came to them. So Maharaj is saying Om Tat Sat. This has come from the mouth, from Supreme Lord. By chanting the name of Supreme Lord, you will get the named. Without the name, you will not get the named. So Maharaj is giving example in between, if in the middle of the 100 people, one boy whose name is Mukunda, and if someone shouts, "Oh Mukunda," then only Mukunda will turn around and will respond to that person. no one else will respond. So that's why by chanting the name, the named one can get the named. So by chanting the name of the Lord, one can get Supreme Lord. If in between 100 boys you call some other name, that particular person will respond to you, not all the other people. Okay. So in Yajurved there are two, it has been divided into two, Saturved and Krishna Yajurved. And in Krishna Yajurved it has been very beautifully explained about Onkar. Those who have studied Shruti Shastras, they know. They say that in the words, in the letters is Brahma. Brahma is there in the letters. So that's why also in the Vedic scriptures it is written that the name and the name, there is no difference between the name and the named. Because only this letter is the superior of all. Nothing is superior than this letter of Om. So Maharaja is telling us same for our Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, the name and the named, there is no difference. So when you will chant his name, you will get the named. So it is written in Krishna Yajurved and also in the Vedic scriptures of Gauriya Vaishnavism that by chanting the name of the Lord, one will get the mercy of Supreme Lord, will get darshan of Supreme Lord. So there is no difference between the name. So there is no difference between the name and the named. So when you are taking the name of the Lord, it's meaning the Lord, His associates, His abode, His pastimes, everything is inside the name. So those who think that there is no difference between the name and the named, then they leave their material body here and they go in their transcendental body. They get the transcendental body of Satchid Ananda and go to Golok Vrindavan, Vaikuntha or in Brahmalok. The effulgent. So you have no whatever kind of bhaktis are there, but the superior of all the other devotional limbs is the holy name. Holy name is the superior of all the other devotional limbs of Supreme Lord. If you have faith in holy name, if you serve the holy name, this holy name will take you back to home, back to Godhead. By taking shelter of this holy name, whatever activities you perform, you will definitely get succeed. And if you think that you want to get the wealth of this world, you want to get the opulence of this world, you want to go to Vaikuntha, you will get everything. Such is the power, such power the holy name has. You want to get the service of the lotus feet of Lord. If you take shelter of holy name, that holy name will award you with that. But one should have faith in holy name, and one should have this firm faith that there is no difference between the name and the name will only by chanting the holy name of the Lord, you will get the name.
বিদুষী মহিলা ছিলেন, হ্যাঁ, তার ব্রহ্মজ্ঞানী ছিলেন, তার দিকে তর্ক করতে করতে বলছেন যে जो वा एक दक्षरम गार्गी अभिदिता अस्मिन् लोके विभूति जगते बहु वर्ष सहस्राणि अन्तवत् एव भवति वो प्रश्न करेছিলেন गार्गी।
So Gargi is Garga Muni's wife.
কেউ যে ছিলেন না, একজনে তাকে প্রশ্ন করেছিলেন, তার উত্তর দিয়েছেন, দেখো গান্ধী অক্ষর অবিদিত্বা, তারা এই নামকে কেউ যদি না জানে, মানে ভগবানকে নামকে না জানিয়া যে বলছেন যুজুতি যজতে, কেউ যদি হবন করে, দান দক্ষিণা করে, আর তপস্বৈপতে কেউ যে কঠোর তপস্যাও করে থাকে, 1 বছর 2 বছর না, বহু সহস্র বৎসরাণি, বহু সহস্র বৎসরে এই প্রকার দান দক্ষিণা যজ্ঞ তপস্যাকে পালন করতেছে, ভগবানের নাম কিছু জানে না, তাহলে কি হবে? অন্তঃদেব ভবতি, তার সমস্ত সাধনের পর্দা শেষ হয়ে যাবে, ভোগ করতে করতে শেষ হয়ে যাবে।
So Jagyalakha Muni is telling to Gargi, the wife of Garga Muni, that the one who is performing severe austerities, performing all the other devotional limbs, but not knowing the holy name of the Lord, not giving priority to the holy name of the Lord, then all his austerities and devotion will go in vain. Until unless one will know about the holy name of Supreme Lord, one will not get anything, as the holy name is non-different from Supreme Lord and is the superior of all the other devotional limbs. So like this he is telling to Gargi. So example Maharaja is giving a person who has accumulated money all over all through his life, and he has never fed nor given in charity to anyone, and left the body like that, and all his money was in the house like that. So everybody will say that that person is miser. He has worked so hard all through his life, but he has not given charity, not done any donation, not did anything with that money. So he will be known as miser. So like that same thing, the one who will not know the holy name of Supreme Lord and will perform all the other devotional limbs, but all will go in vain until unless you will know the holy name of Supreme Lord to be superior and the topmost of all. Not knowing the holy name and performing all the other devotional limbs, you will not get anything. All his devotions will be destroyed. Those who have come to this world and have got this human birth, and those who have the knowledge of the letters or have knowledge of the holy name, they will go to Brahmalok after leaving their body. There are 8 qualities of Brahma, the effulgence. So even in our Vedic scriptures it is also written in Gauriya Vaishnava, Kali Kale Naam Rupa Krishna Avatar. So in Kali Yuga, Supreme Lord is not the avatar, is not the incarnation. Supreme Lord has appeared in Kali Yuga as the name. So that's why it has been said in Kali Yuga there is no difference between the name and the named, because Supreme Lord has descended in this Kali Yuga. Supreme Lord has ascended. Supreme Lord has appeared in this Kali Yuga in the form of holy name. So there is no difference between the holy name and the Lord. One only by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one will get Supreme Lord, the named. So that's why it has been written that Kali Kale Naam Rupe Krishna Avatar. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, you will get delivered from this material world. And it is the superior of all the other prayers, hymns and mantras, the holy name. And it has been explained in all the other scriptures. There is no other religiosity in this material world other than following or chanting the holy name. And all the other actual dharma is when you are chanting the holy name of the Lord. So that's why in every scriptures it has been written that without chanting the holy name of Lord in this Kali Yuga, where the Supreme Lord himself has appeared as the holy name, you will not get his mercy, you will not get him, because the name and the named are non-different. And also it is said that Sharva Mantra Shar in Bengali, which means that it is the superior of all the other mantras, powerful of all the other mantras. And what is that? That is the holy name of the Lord. And what and what hard work we have to do to chant the holy name? Nothing. But for so many other things, worship or other devotional activities, we have to arrange for so many things, for fire sacrifice, for archan, for anything. But for holy name, nothing is required. Only you have to chant the holy name of the Lord. The holy name is so easily available that just by Maharaja is telling in all the other millenniums, in all the other yugas, meditation, archan, Brahma is chanting on the beads, Shiva is chanting on the Rudratha beads. Even they are chanting the holy name of the Lord. So Maharaj is telling in all the other devotional activities, you will get Lord, but it will be like much later. But the holy name is so merciful that by just chanting the holy name of the Lord in this Kali Yuga, you can get the mercy of Supreme Lord very easily. And it is very widely available. No, you don't have to pay anything for this holy name. Only your sincerity and dedication. So, one time Maharaj was traveling to Assam and his train was supposed to go from Kuch Bihar. So Maharaj was traveling with one Buddhist, and they both shared one seat, as there was not much seat. And now the train was full of Muslim. They were having big beards, they were wearing the cap, and many Muslims were inside the train sitting along with Maharaj. So I saw that there was one Muslim from Darjeeling, and he was sitting with husband and wife, and there was no other Hindu other than Maharaj, and he was just sitting alone, and he saw all the other Muslims sitting inside the compartment. And even inside the train, at the time of their prayers, they started to read Nawaz. And that Buddhist who was sitting beside me, he got very upset and he started shouting that you people are hypocrites. You doesn't perform anything properly. There is no time, place. There is no proper place of time. There is no proper place, no proper time. Anywhere you see, they will just start sitting on the ground and will start chanting and reading the Nawaz. This is very disturbing. Like this, that Buddhist was chastising the Muslims, and then the Hindu, then he again started chastising the Hindus by saying that these Hindu people, all through the year, so many festivals, wasting money, doing Kali Puja, Durga Puja, they don't have any knowledge. Then I secretly went towards his ears and I asked that I thought you were chastising the Muslims because you are not a Muslim but a Hindu, but now you are also chastising the Hindus. Then I would like to know what religion you belong from, because you said the Muslims are also bad, the Hindus are also bad. Then are you a Christian? Then he said, you know what I am? Then Maharaj said, no, I don't know from which religion you belong. Then the person said, because Maharaj didn't know before that he was a Buddhist. Later he revealed. Then showing his chanted beads, he is showing to Maharaj, do you know what is this? Maharaj said, no, I don't know. Then the person was very much surprised and said that, oh, you don't know what is this? Then how will you know me? And all the Muslims became so angry that this person chastised all the other Muslims, that they became so furious that now they will come and attack him. The situation was like that. Then the person said, as you don't know what these beads mean, but not Buddhist. I heard wrong. He said that I am Muslim, but I am a disciple of Balak Brahmachari. Balak Brahmachari is one of the guru in India, but he fell down from his not actually fell down, but he was not a proper guru. But he has many disciples in West Bengal. But he was in the jail and he fell down from his devotional practice. So there are many people who are his disciple. So he said that I am Muslim, but I am disciple of Balak Brahmachari. So like this, when he said, Maharaj said, okay, please be quiet, because these Muslims are furious now because you chastise them. So if you say like this, they will come and attack you. So you please be quiet. So I observed that so many people in the Muslims in the train, some were having small beads, some were having big beads. And I asked one of the Maulavi, the head of the Muslim religion, I asked him that I would like to know that why there is difference in all your chanting beads. And the person, the one who was chastising all the other religions, he was holding my shoulder and saying that please don't say anything to these people, please don't say. He was stopping me. But I said to him that okay, I will not ask anything, but this is a curiosity of mine, so I would like to know why there is difference between different Muslim people in their beads, why there is difference in the beads. Then the Maulavi, the head of the Muslim priest, he said, we have 3 stages of people, very highly educated. First he said those who are illiterate, they have 99 beads. Those who are literate, they have 33 beads of Japamala. And the one who is Guru, they have only 9 beads of Mala. So just by chanting 9 beads, the Gurus will get the fruit of chanting 33 beads. And the literate people who has 33 beads, if they will chant 33 beads, they will get the fruit of everything. So for the illiterate people, there are 99 beads Mala. For the literate people, 33 beads Mala. And for the literate people, 9 beads. So Maharaj was surprised to hear when the Muslim priest told this, that there are different stages of beads for different stages of people, literate, illiterate, and gurus. So Maharaj told, so that's why in every religion the name is considered to be the topmost, whether it's Christian, Muslim. So that's why it is written in the scriptures that it is written in all the Vedic. It is written in the Vedic scriptures of Gauriya Vaishnavism that Supreme Lord Himself has appeared in this Kali Yuga in the form of name. So there is no difference between the name and the named. So by chanting the name of the Supreme Lord, one can get Supreme Lord. So this example he gives just to know that in all the other religions, name are given much priority than all the other devotional limbs. So Maharaj is telling our body would have not got consciousness if the soul would have been residing inside the body. Soul is acting here as the driver who is driving the body. So Maharaj is giving example. If you see a car will not move until unless a driver will run the car. So same like that, until unless there is consciousness inside the body will not move. If the soul will be taken out from the body cannot do anything. It's just a dead, like a dead corpse. So even we pay pranams to Ganga Devi, Jamuna Devi, because though in Damodar river, Damodar Dev, so all these rivers, holy rivers, they have life in it, and because they are so the ocean is considered also to be as the Lord, because they have life in it and they are only going through various places. So these Ganga, Jamuna, Damodar river, oceans, they all have life in it. Because if they have, of course, as they have life in it, they are only taking, like Ganga is changing course, going from here to there. So as they have life, so that's why they can do this. Even the tree we say that it's a non-living thing, like people say that the tree is dead. How can you say that the tree is dead when the tree has dried up? We think that the tree is dead. When the tree looks very fresh, when you put water, the leaves are very green, we know that there is consciousness inside the tree. We know that the tree is alive. When the tree will give flowers, when the tree will give fruits, we know that there is consciousness. Otherwise, he is producing flowers and fruits. Until and unless the tree is dead, he will keep on producing flowers and fruits. So there is life or consciousness inside these things as well. So these are the work of consciousness. So these consciousness are being run by Supreme Lord only.
पुरुष बने सीधे सीधे एक सब ऐसे परम पुरुष पुरुष बने जीवे श्रेष्ठ वाले भगवान.
So the jivas are called Purush and the Param Purush is called Supreme Lord, even superior than the jivas. No one is superior than the Param Purush. No one is superior than Supreme Lord. And these jivas who are called Purush, they are emanated from Supreme Lord. So Maharaja is telling that Supreme Lord has created many different kinds of species like trees, birds, mammals, water aquatic animals, humans. So he created sky. After creating sky, he has created wind. Because if there is no wind on the sky, then how people will survive? So Maharaj is telling sometimes we see when there is such a strong storm like cyclone and something, even the wind is so strong that in that it goes the entire house, big trees, cars, everything. So like that, so the sky he has created so that the wind can go from here and there. The wind is doing activity, providing us oxygen to breathe. So first he created sky and then wind, and after wind, from wind he created fire. From fire he created water. From water he created universe. And from water he has started food, medicines, and then at last the jivas. And from jivas, then the creation was complete. So Maharaj described here the 5 kinds of material things which is inside the body: air, water, fire, ether, earth. The quality of the sky is sound. The quality of the wind is touch. So the quality of fire has touch as well as sound, and his own quality is beauty. And water has the quality of sound, quality of touch, quality of beauty, and taste. And earth has all the other 4 qualities, and along with that his own quality is smell. So that's why Supreme Lord is the Adi Bij. Adi Bij means the actual seed from whom everything has been emanated.
তাতো অনুজে জীবটাকে আমরা দেখতেই পাই না, তার মধ্যে আমরা ভিতরে পরমাত্মা আমরা ওই শুক্র যজুর্বেদে পাই।
In Shukla Yajurved, it is written,
आत्मा शरीर जो आत्मा दमयते इति तो आत्मा अंतर्यामी आत्मनिर्भर कार्य बने जो आत्मनिष्ठ जे भगवान आत्मा में एके आत्मा अंतर आत्मा के पृथक यम आत्मा नो भेदो आत्मा में क्या है किंतु आत्मा जानते पारे।
so it is written in that the supreme, that inside the soul is the super soul, but the inside the soul is the super soul, but the soul doesn't know the presence of super soul inside him. He is there inside our heart witnessing everything, so that's why he is called the omniscient Brahman. And that's why the Supreme Lord is referred to here as the Adi Beach, the actual seed, and no one is superior than him. So different demigods has their own abodes, like Brahma is staying in Brahmalok, Shiva is staying in Shivalok. But among all these, the superior, the supreme personality of Godhead is Supreme Lord. So Gajendra is telling in his prayers that I pray to that Supreme Lord, even who is superior to all these demigods. I pray to that Supreme Personality, I pray unto the lotus feet of that Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that's why Gajendra is saying Dhimahi. Dhimahi means I am praying unto his lotus feet. So like this, we have to have firm faith in the holy name of Supreme Lord. And we should have this faith that holy name will rescue us from the clutches of Maya.
অধিষ্ঠান মানে একটা স্থিতি জায়গা, একটা জায়গার দরকার। যস্মিন অধিষ্ঠানে ইদম, এইদম মানে এই, আর তৎ মানে সেই, আমাদের ইন্দ্রিয় অতীত বস্তু, আর ইদম মানে ইন্দ্রিয় গ্রাহ্য বস্তু। মনে রাখবে ইচ্ছা রাখবে ইদম এই যে সব আমরা যা দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে ঠিক অতীত আত্মকম, ঠিক বলতে আমরা চেতন প্রাণীকে বোঝাই, আর অচেতন বলতে আমরা পাহাড় পর্বত আদি নদী নালা আদিকে অচেতন বলা হয়।
So Maharaja is telling Chit means who has consciousness, and Achit means who has not consciousness, like the inner things, we refer to those things. So these achit means unconsciousness things like tree, water, and other things. So Maharaj is telling, it is written in here in the Srimad Bhagavatam, that the conscious and the unconscious things of this world will all get destroyed at the time of destruction. And Maharaj is telling very beautifully, and it has been explained in the scriptures about the annihilation. First, there will be no rain for 1000 years, and if there will be no rain for 1000 years, there will be drought and people will die. And then after that, and then the 12 sun will rise. So Maharaj is telling, can you imagine, when one sun is rising, we cannot even tolerate the heat. When 12 sun will rise together, then how much will be the heat? Already first the drought will come and will dry up everything, and after the drought comes the 12 rising of the 12th sun, and like that 1000 years it will give heat, and it will give heat to all the people, and by the heat of that everything will get burned and everything will get destroyed, everything will turn into ashes. And after that and there is a sky cloud called Sambarthak Meg. Meg means cloud. There is a cloud called Sambarthak cloud. That Sambarthak cloud will give lightning and heavy rain. And after that, that is, then that will be annihilation. So now after the annihilation, then again Supreme Lord will create Satya Yuga. So the way he has created in which process before, in that same way after the annihilation, he will again in that same way he will create Satya Yuga first. So Maharaj is giving example in which frame you will make, or in which pot you will make the sandesh, a Bengali sweet, and the person who will make the sweet, only that person, no one else other than that person will be able to make that particular sweet in sweet. So Supreme Lord, in the same process, he will do the annihilation. In that same process, he will again do the creation of Satya Yuga after the annihilation. As he is the creator of the entire universe, he is the rescuer and he is the protector. So in the same way he will do the annihilation, in that same way he will again create Satya Yuga first, and then all the other yugas one after other. Brahma is creating the human beings, and the Atma, the soul, is coming from Supreme Lord. But no one is the creator of Supreme Lord. So that's why he is the cause of all the causes. So I pray to that Supreme Lord, unto the lotus feet of that Supreme Lord, and I surrender myself unto the lotus feet of that Supreme Lord. Like this, Gajendra is praying to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Maharaj is finishing here today. Those who are hearing the Maharaj's Katha, if no one has understood anything, can write their questions in the comment panel, and we will discuss with Maharaj and we'll get back to you with the answer. Hare Krishna.